Hey all, double 18 set Shadow here. Sorry, my market watch is coming a day later than usual. I got really exhausted yesterday after some work and just collapsed really early. But I'm back up now, and we'll go ahead and get started with today's market watch. So the biggest thing yesterday, since it's usually Bushiroad's big announcement day during their live streams on YouTube, they announced some new archetypes for set 7, including one of the biggest announcements was a new Bavsargra support, as well as a new Bavsargra herself. So, more than likely, we're going to see a brand new Bavsargra ride line, as well as support for a number of the other Sealed Blaze cards. Another big thing is that Grogion is going green, no pun intended. The Dragon Tree boss unit has apparently gotten a teaser artwork for a more green outlook, which I think renames it to Sephiroth or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but in any case, whether or not we actually get to utilize the old Dragon Tree support with the new version is something that's yet to be seen. It certainly would suck if all the old support just wouldn't work with the new one, but we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and get into the actual watch today, though. So as I mentioned, Bavsargra is going to be getting a brand new form. Yet despite that, we have seen some movement in Sealed Blaze made in Bavsargra herself, which also sold on the news. Like the SIR right now has only one listing at $60, while the market price is in the $31 range. There are no BSR spears on the market anymore, Aditya. And then other cards that have been moving include Scarcity, which is from set 9. It's a triple rare and currently only has 3 listings on its triple rare starting from 12. The SP version of the spear only has 1 listing at $40 now. There's also Vistia, which is from set 12. That has only 3 listings and is a double rare around $5, so not really on buyout status yet. Then you've got Oshinia, which is from Festival 2022, a set I don't really cover that often anymore. But this one still has over 18 listings available, so not at any major risk of a buyout, but still something to watch. Anything else of note? The Shield Swanyabu is at 10 listings on the SP, which comes out of set 4. And remember that when it comes to the sword and the shield, you can pick them up from the original trial deck too. But any of the other weapons come straight from booster packs, such as the double rare version of the spear, which also got reprinted in the triple drive booster, so it has 2 printings you can pick from. But the triple drive listing is down to 3 listings, still under $1 though. And market price is around 60 cents. Other things to consider, let's see, the SP version of Osnia, which is from Festival 2022, 7 listings at almost $9 right now. The Sealed Blaze gun Chandra is at $20 with 6 listings. Anything else? The original sword and shield are still very cheap to pick up. They're both at a market price of under 25 cents. And the original SP of Bavsargra that you can pick up from set 4 is currently around $18. But beyond just the Sealed Blaze support, don't forget that there is also a Trick series, an Overdress series associated with Bavsargra. So first is Vilord, which is from set 12. There are only 6 listings left on its triple rare, currently starting from $18, but this one was bought out. Its market price is currently around the $8 range. 4 listings left on the FFR from around $30, and then the secret rare only has 1 listing at $200 right now. Then, of course, we can't forget Trickmoon, which originally came out with set 4, but there are a number of listings on this one. It has 2 reprints, one from set 9 as a special reprint, and then it has its triple drive booster reprint, which all of them are $3 to $4, and the market prices are still really cheap. On top of that, since there are so many reprints, it looks like this one just did not get a buyout. And even the SP didn't see any significant buyout. It's around $18, and the market price is around $19 with 8 listings left. Mind you, Bavsargra did get an announcement for its new ride line and support, or at least its new form, but we don't know exactly what it's going to do yet. So we'll have to see what happens. I imagine Trickmoon is still going to be used, but since we don't really know anything about it, it's good to see that at least a number of these cards that are more likely to be seen aren't getting just bought off on the news so quickly. Some other cards to consider. Ghost Chase. This is a common from Genesis of the Five Greats, which is played in Nitros somewhat, but I just wanted to cover where it's at. Right now, it's got 25 cents as the lowest listing available, and the market price is currently around 36 cents. The market price itself has been on an increase since September from the low 20s. It actually got all the way to 50 cents at one point and settled in the 30-cent range as of now. When it comes to consolidation of this card, it has a number of listings around, or a number of quantities at 35 cents up to 50 cents. And that's where we start to see a lot of quantity actually spike up a little bit, and then it becomes a dollar card after that. Given that this has only one printing from set 1, it's just one I want to point out. It has 26 listings right now, but just beware. The market price has been up for a few months. The generic Dark States heal trigger, Steam Scar of Malnigal, is completely out of stock, and this is a common from set 1. Market price is $1.69 on this one, but there are 2 listings available on the holo foil of it starting from $7, and this one has a market price of about $2.50. Again, it's just a regular heal trigger, nothing special about it, but it is the first printed Dark States heal trigger that we got, so it has some merit to that too. Varga Dragres Raksha, particularly the DSR. I want to see where this one is out after the release over the weekend. So right now we've got a low price of $440 with a $4 shipping tag on it. And the market price on this card is just over $445. We're looking at prices ranging from $440 all the way to $500 on this one, but everyone who's got a listing only has one copy available right now. Levidras Empireo, which its triple rare right now is just around $11 to pick up with 28 listings on the market. Despite set 5's increase in MSRP, it looks like the set was cracked open quite heavily over this weekend, and we still have a lot of quantities just under $11 to pick up right now. So if you're looking to get Levidras right now, and you already have most of the core from prior sets, picking up stuff from set 5 is actually not bad right now. Then you got Bavsargra, which is one of the new generic support cards that you can pick up from set 5, the grade 3 searchers. And this one is for Dark States, currently the most expensive of the lot, with a base price of just over $260. 29 listings on the market, though, with a market price almost reaching $3. And when it comes to quantities, they're more consolidated around $350. There are a few quantities underneath $3 as well, but $350 is around where it consolidates at this point. Some of the other ones, though, like Summit Flare Dragon, are a little bit cheaper and have some more listings on the market. $190 is the lowest listing on this one, and consolidation of this one, closer to $3. There are a number of quantities available just around the $280 mark, and there are still a fair amount that are just under $2, more like $190. So they're cheap to pick up if you want to just grab them. They are generics, and as we've seen with a lot of other generics from prior sets, they tend to spike up in the most random times. Storm Slasher Dragon is one of the more popular double Rs from DivineZ 5. Currently $1.40 for its lowest listing, and then 31 listings overall. Market price on this one is still under $2, just barely. And consolidation of the card is just above $2 for looking at most of where the quantities are. So there's still room to pick this up, but while it has seen a drop off, it's still above $1 to pick up. And the same goes for Almanac Colossus, which is intended for Liel Odium. This one is at $2.94 for its lowest with a market price of $2.60. And when it comes to consolidation of this one, it's more so between $3.50 to $4. And, well, actually, if you consider the no free shipping option, there are some that you can pick up at $3 as well. So it's more like a range of 3 to 4. So not too difficult to pick this up. When it comes to Leolodium, I think the pricey aspects have really just become all the stuff you need to pick up before this set. Because overall, DivineZ 5 is seeing a massive decline in value, similar to what we saw with DivineZ 4. We'll just have to see what the competitive results bring with the next several tournaments, though, given that there are a lot of big decks that come out of this set. Destin 1 to Protection Alden. I still haven't seen the results for Philadelphia yet, but I heard that this was actually the winner of the whole tournament. So I want to review this card real quick. 50 listings, it's from DivineZ 4, and the base price is $1.50 with the market price being $2.30, and quantities are pretty well consolidated under $2.50. So if you did want to try out Alden, it's still pretty affordable, to be honest. Most of its support cards all come from set 4, unless you want to play the Cater Pile in it too, which typically you'll want to for extra oomph. And Saragon tends to get played in the deck too, so that does bring up its value. But ultimately, it's still a pretty solid deck, given the ability to negate retires and just kind of flood the board. Really only loses to decks that evade the retire sort of effects. Union the Sky, which is still exclusive to the Stardust Blade starter deck, currently has 18 as its lowest price with 6 listings on the market, but there are 16 copies on that low listing. The market price has been increasing ever since its release. It started under $16, now it's $18. But there are a lot of copies, and I mean a lot, over 40 copies altogether from $18, so this card is not going to move very high up in the market price, given that this is a Regalis piece. So unless these consolidated listings go up in value as well, which is very much possible given that they're concentrated between 2 sellers, this card is still a Regalis piece, which you can only play 1 of in the first place. And the same goes for Protection Twincast. This one is from DivineZ 3, 10 listings on the market for this one, and the base price is closer to $17, while the market price is also around $17. There are a good amount of quantities at around between $16 to $17, and then there's another level of consolidation that goes up to $25. So if all of these copies that are around the $17 mark get bought out, the next level of test is going to be $20 to $24. And this card has sold as high as $29, $30 actually. But the volume has kind of dropped off as the market price has been going up, which is pretty typical. Timeturner Dragon Clockwise is running out of listings on its triple rare. This is from Festival 2024. And 3 listings on the market starting from $25. So it has been bought out, and the market price is currently around $17. We are seeing an undulation in the market price from a low of $13, which happened mid-November, to current time, which has brought it up to this point. But the only quantities available, they're highly consolidated on the low end at $25. But after that, it just goes right up to $35. So it really depends on just how much. I really feel like it's going to depend on just how much Chronojet gets in value with this set. But on top of that, you could technically play this in Odium, given the discard potential as well. Then we've got Justina from Illusionless Strife, DivineZ 2. I talked about this one as one of the bigger generics for discarding orders from set 2. And it's currently $12 to pick up for the double rare, and around $15 for both the frame rare and the silver rare in terms of their base listings. However, the market price for all of them is around $8 to $9, depending on which one you go with. So it is up in value, and honestly, outside of Vermilion support, I don't really see any major playability of this right now. Although you could actually play it in Gondiva to be an extra assurance that you get the Mask of Hydrogoom if you intend to play Gondiva Mask. Flem Glam Rogia. This is the boss unit for the Flem Glam support, which is also a triple rare from DivineZ 2, and I have to mention, it's short on listings right now. It's cheap at 89 cents for its lowest listing and a market price of about $1.20, but there are only six listings on the market for this one. And then there are 6 listings on both the Silver Rare and the FFR as well, while the Silver Rare is around $5.50 for its low, a little lower than its market price of $5.63, and the FFR is currently around $26 with a market price of $30. There's also Freezing Wave, which is a common card from Illusionless Strife, but this card is also short on listings right now. 9 listings altogether, and the market price on this one is 73 cents. It has a lot of quantity on the lowest listing at 90 cents, and then there are more quantities that stick around the $1 mark, just around there. So you can pick this up for $1 pretty easily, but again, just keep in mind, this is a common. And for a common to be this low on listings and this heavily consolidated amongst sellers, that gives a major risk of this card potentially going up in price. And to that same point for our final card for today, Grogion. This is also from DivineZ 2, and its rare is down to just 1 listing on the market for $3 with a market price of 73 cents, while the frame rare is available with only 4 listings available at $9 to start off with. Market price on that is $5. With Regalis becoming big in this current format, and also the resurgence of Leal Amoretta with its new support, Grogion can be played in both those decks, but I would assume this is mainly for Regalis. Be careful. I did call this card out some time back, in particular for the frame rare due to its slight increase, and now it's actually gone up quite a bit. Now, as for how high it can get, that is still yet to be seen, but I can't imagine the frame rare getting that high, as I don't think you end up playing more than 2 copies of this card anyway. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.